So today we are at the Black Lake in Zabljack, the north of Montenegro. It's absolutely beautiful, and I just want to share a little bit my experience of today, which was actually already a beautiful day. It's not even 2 o'clock, but I was just thinking because during this trip, when I left the Netherlands, I didn't plan anything. I just said like, okay, I'm going to go for 1 month. I booked a plane ticket that has arrival and departure date of a space of roughly 1 month, maybe a little bit longer, like 5 weeks. And I said, when I'm going to enter this country, I'm just going to follow my heart, follow my feeling, follow my gut instinct. And the city that I actually wanted to visit initially, to investigate, to maybe relocate to, is the city right now that is the lowest on the list for potential relocation. And I've even visited some cities that I didn't knew existed before I went to this country. So what I'm trying to say with this is the power of not planning everything. So I'm just been going from city to city and just doing a little bit what I'm in the mood for. And today we had like a very nice quad session. We drove a quad through the mountains. We actually went up somewhere like up on these mountains, looking down on the lake. Was absolutely beautiful. This country has so much to offer. I personally really love the coastline. If you think about like daily life and stuff, I really love the coastline because I love to swim in the beach and so forth. I think this place where I'm right now, probably in the winter, it will look completely different because there's even winter sports going on right here in the winter as well. But this is a very good place to go for like a day trip or spend a weekend, maybe spend a week, you know. But it is just so lovely. The people that I'm meeting along the way, the short interactions that I have, for example, with a waiter or waitress, or with, for example, the guy today who did the tour on the quad. Everyone is so nice, and I feel like a very nice connection also because I really try to experience everything from my heart instead of from my mind. Instead of thinking too much, I just really go with the gut feeling, right? I go to one city, I stay a couple of days, and I feel like, okay, now I'm in the mood to, especially in the beginning of the travels, you're in the mood to like, okay, I go here, you get all these impressions, like I want to go there, you get all these impressions, then you want to go there. Hey! We got a dog. Hello. Let me show you guys. Hey, he's just chilling with us here. Like this is another thing about like these moments. Like, wow, he just looks for some. Company, which is nice. But yeah, anyway, what I was actually explaining is the planning. So some people, they go on holiday and like they plan everything. So you go, before you go, you know exactly what you are going to do for the next coming, let's say 2 weeks or maybe 1 month, depends how long you are going to travel. But then if you find the place beautiful or you feel really good in one place, you cannot stay longer. And when some place offers something that you didn't expect, right, and you actually want to do that, your planning doesn't allow you to stay longer in that place, to have that margin of creativity, of letting things exist instead of like to have everything already pre-planned. And that is actually the way how I like to travel, because maybe even in some city you'll get a little bit sick because you eat something wrong. You just want to add a couple of days to relax in the hotel, for example, before moving on to a different place, right? Instead of like having to follow a certain schedule, or you get like something nice comes in between. You meet a person, or the vibe in the city is very beautiful, better than expected, and then you want to stay longer. I really like to have that margin and freedom within traveling as well. So that is also what I actually intended with this trip. But of course, my biggest intention was to check out this country and to check for potential relocation. And If I have the definite answer, I'm not really sure about that yet, but it is definitely the best country so far in the race of potential relocation, because the amount of things Montenegro was actually offering, it is insane. This country has so much beautiful things. It has beautiful nature. It has a very nice kitchen. I like the food here. It has a stunning coastline. The cities are beautiful. The infrastructure is very good. It's better than in Southeast Asia or many places where I've lived in the past. What else? What else? People are very beautiful, very friendly. Houses are beautiful. Like I said, in terms of infrastructure, there are a lot of things like co-working spaces. The roads are nice. Restaurants looks nice. Walking paths are very good. Everything like this country has to offer a lot of things, and I'm not even talking about the benefits, other benefits like financial benefits. Right now there are, for example, the tax benefits, because the taxes are very low here, one of the lowest in Europe, right? So this is the country where you can get the lowest tax and a Mediterranean lifestyle. But also the cost of living. Like, this country is not popular at all. Like the park that I'm in right now, the Black Lake Park, it is popular. We have like a nice dog here. And that's also kind of beautiful, guys. The dogs that are living right here on the street, as you can see, with the dogs just sitting next to me, they are so friendly. Like, when I used to live in Indonesia, don't get me wrong, I love it there and I love the street dogs there, and I always like to pet them and give them food. But many of them, sometimes they are barking, and there were some moments that I really don't feel safe. I didn't have that feeling right here. So now when this dog comes sit next to me, like, it's a pretty big dog, it's not barking, it's just he's just like, boom, laying flat on the ground, keeping us company while making this video. And it's just, the vibe here is just absolutely stunning. And I can imagine that many people in Europe or Western countries, they eventually would like to move to this country, because this country has just so much to offer. Really, like, just look at the lake. Like, the tour guide to me on the quad, he actually told me that the water in this lake is very cold. I was swimming yesterday and it was really cold. But they don't know how deep this lake is. They don't know how deep the lake is. So there is a second lake behind there. And in the winter it's one big lake because the water is a little bit higher. But there's a second lake behind, and the deepest part of the second lake is 40 meters. Well, that's pretty insane, right? And then on this lake, they don't even know how deep it is. But if you look at the mountains already, like, it is insane. It's probably insanely deep, guys. Let me show you our friend right here. Look, he's just chilling. He's just laying. He just literally comes out of nowhere right here, and then just like lays on the ground and just chills. These are just one of these beautiful moments, guys, and I really feel that I can enjoy these moments, especially today, because I did not plan anything. The city that I'm in right now, the place where I am right now, I didn't even knew this exists before I went on this trip. So when I was traveling around, I've been talking to some people, and many people advised me during this travel, hey, you should go to the Black Lake, you should go up north. And that's actually the reason, because that's something I always take very seriously. If I hear a recommendation multiple times, for me it's really like, okay, let's just go, because it's probably that good. Otherwise the universe wouldn't give you that feedback all the time. And they were 100% absolutely right, because when I walked there yesterday for the first time and I was just coming, I was like, what? I couldn't, like, I needed some minutes to recalibrate on my perspective of beautifulness in the nature, because this is just really insane. It is absolutely beautiful, and you can even swim there, and it's all very good. And also, I didn't plan to do a quad trip, so this morning I'm just sitting having some breakfast, having a coffee, and I'm looking outside and I'm seeing like this quad passing by, and I'm like, whoa, okay, maybe that's something I can do right now because I have time, I have nothing planned, and I'm actually in the mood for some action. I'm in the mood to do some quad without having it planned like weeks in advance, of course. And I'm just like Googling online, and there's like a quad shop renting these quads out, like right in front of the place I'm having breakfast. Also a super nice coincidence. Of course, if you would book in advance, you would have a couple of weeks to already like anticipate a nice activity, right? That is maybe an advantage, but also maybe not, because when you anticipate it, you get certain expectations. You have experienced maybe the activity already a couple of times in your mind, so you're not really open in the activity itself. I'm not saying that that's always the case, but I'm just saying that's possible, right? For me, I really love to be just thrown in, like, okay, today I'm in the mood to do this, let's go do this, and then suddenly experience it from a completely new and from that day perspective. Now waiting for the bus. The bus is already standing there at the bus station, because that's how it goes in Montenegro. Most of the things you do by bus, and the bus leaves in like over 1 hour and is already standing there with the timetable, and there's like a small cafe and toilet where you can go to. So it's pretty funny because it's similar feeling as a train station, with a train being 1 hour too early, because you can actually already drop your luggage. And leaving in 1 hour. I have a bus trip of roughly 4 hours, and the bus has to drive between all the mountains, which is interesting because you have a lot of things to see when you are sitting in the bus.